Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Many thanks. This is for you. Take it.
By your command, Arisen. We've got choppers! Look there.
Protect the shipment! Steal your tongue! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
See, how did this happen? We must have delivered the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
I thank you for coming to our aid. And what luck! Neri...
Our task is complete.
Not a bad idea. Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not? Fret not, Master. Know precisely where this person can be found.
In relation to that, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And I've no objections.
There's a cave in the vicinity that you've yet to explore. I can take us there, using knowledge I gained beyond the rift. A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Could you come over here? your footing.
Our foe appears to have grown just as weary as we.
They don't stand a chance against us now.
Strike fast, creatures, and our quarry shall fall.
Was highly effective.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy. We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
I've other appetites.
You've come! So, what say you? Many thanks, friend.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. while we can.
There's no great shock to me.
Shall we get some rest then?
Wonder how everyone else makes it.
How did I end up in this? Wish I could go on an adventure. Places such as this nourish the spirit. To my
We'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
There will be other
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you...
As long as you please.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... You've done a fine job, Cully. The number of those who seek out... Should you continue to displace an heir, it slips my mind.
And with that, our task is...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we... 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batar, this alone can prove little. But 'tis clear. To think. Deezer's actions of Wade, it is a surprise. But a welcome one. Deezer, if Regent King Sven is willing to aid us, you have done well, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your... It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his bar. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray.
outstanding.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are for some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I... And so, in honor of his supposed valor, the false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the... What say you, Your Majesty? Might I offer my thanks? Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you. Here. This should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and there is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's... While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, for some time now, it seems, she has been diverting what's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur... This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are past, yet 'tis strange. For sweet crownflowers only grow... I dare say, 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this. I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Do not forget that we work to serve the citizen.
Right, just follow me. Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. We pawns are barred from entering the palace, but nothing shall keep me from escorting you to the gates.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Good evening, sir. I trust you. Fared all right on the roads? Much obliged.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Would that I could spend all...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be... Glad to assist you. Do come again.
I shall do as you say.
Have no fear, master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today. I regret to inform you.
Anywhere is better than in England.
Got to keep moving. Lest I fall asleep.
It's hard to imagine the world.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace.
On me to bear what
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the
Have
end
you
of
heard?
the age of
There's to be
proxies.
more restrictions on goods traded with Matar. Apparently even privately owned.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like. You won't find
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain. You're welcome to come and play anytime. If you escape with your life, that is.
Fine spot to take my mind off my troubles. Where was I headed?
Been a while since I heard a good story.
Just one last push, and I'll be done for the day.
What is life without a little spice?
My whiskers are looking a tad crooked. There.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
I liked it. Come here when I need a minute to think. This is no life.
Let me get that.
What must needs be done?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour, you know where to find me. This inspires naught but misgivings. Look as long as you please.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this... Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual...
I sense eyes upon us.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. As I bear word from Regent, a minister who happens to be one from the pains he took to remain on scene. 'Tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
This task is our responsibility.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. as a true Well, well, he is merely Desa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of us, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made, but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phaser's fellow, but what...
There is much we ought to tend to. But do not forget that we work to...
It would seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us... Make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further. Over here, if you please. We have arrived.
Do you know how long you follow me?
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness. Oh, don't complain, mind.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare now. If Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your... don't recognize you.
Guards, seize the intruder.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a...
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't... Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when...
Whatever happens here, anyhow.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest. I'm trained for this.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
What's this? Oh, if only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider the man's home is located in Batal.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find. Unless I am mistaken, all we require is already in our possession. We've arrived, just as planned.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official Let me see. It reads, "Truth, pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend, at any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. Shall we see how Harv village fares of late, Master? Pray, allow me to show you the way. The guide is most...
Welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all... Right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
This inspires naught but misgivings. Look, as long as you please. Stays like this way.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?